Well, I want to welcome back onto the show Monica Fabio, luxury specialist with Cooper Sotheby's. And today she's brought along a very special guest, Melanie Johnson. She is the owner of Divorce Financial Solutions and the investment advisor for Beck Capital Management. Ladies, thank you so much for being on The American Dream.
Thanks for having us.
Yes, thank you.
Absolutely, my pleasure. Monica, I want to start with you. We know that unfortunately divorce is so common in this country. It happens to over 50% of the couples in this country and across the world. So this must be something that you deal with quite often in real estate. Is that true?
Well, it's an unfortunate truth of our lives. I've been through divorce. Melanie's been through divorce. Have you? No, I'm kidding.
I haven't.
Good. Well, hopefully you can keep it that way, but it is a fact of life. And the home is typically the largest asset that people have, and it's also can be the biggest risk unless you know what you're doing through the process. So Melanie has some great pointers for us. Neither one of us are lawyers. This is not legal advice, but we do, I think, through our experience in real estate and financial planning and so forth, have some good advice.
Absolutely. Well, Melanie, let me take it over to you then. What are the tax consequences that should be considered when going through a divorce? Because as Monica said, a home is typically one of your largest assets.
Right, especially when it's a highly appreciated home, you're going to have capital gains tax that usually doesn't get put in the picture all the time. And if it is, then it's not tax adjusted for it. So when you're married, you have a $500,000 capital gains exclusion that you get to take, but when you're single, you only get to take $250,000. So some creative things that I've seen done is when there was a capital gains that you remain joint tenants in common the property rather than a sole ownership, and you could take that capital gains and move it over to each spouse's income tax return, so that you got to at least exclude $250,000 each.
Yeah,
and so
that's great advice.
One of the creative things that's been good.
Well, you told me too, you could even, if you have a child 18 years and older who lives there full time or 2 out of the last 5 years, correct?
Right. So if they met the use and ownership, you could actually each one deduct $250,000 each on capital gains.
To make it $750,000.
Exactly.
Sure. That's great advice. What other general advice do you have regarding how to deal with real estate that's owned by divorcing couples? Do you have any other tips for us?
Mortgage, that's one of the things. Usually if one of the spouses wants to continue to own it and you're both on the mortgage, a lot of times the decree will not say that you have to get it refinanced. And if that's the case, one of you may stay owning it afterwards. And if the other spouse didn't make the payments, you end up having problems there with credit and whatnot. So you want to make sure you get the refinanced before, make sure it's okay with the mortgage that you'll be approved.
Sure. Now, you both are working tirelessly to cater to the niche of divorcing couples. And as we said earlier, it's just so common. Tell me what else both of you are doing to help people out there.
Well, again, I wish I could do more having gone through it, but I can't give legal advice. But I did write a book. It's a guide on selling your home in a divorce. It has helpful pointers. Main thing, just to be really prepared and to understand your financial assets and make sure that you do pre-appraisals. And there's just a whole laundry list of ways that we can help. And we're going to hopefully continue our discussions via some podcasts and little shows that we'll do on the side. This is just a start. And then Melanie.
I am part of a Second Saturday workshop. It's Second Saturday, what everyone needs to know about divorce. And there's a legal portion to it, a financial portion, and an emotional portion section to it. It's a half-day workshop, and they are all over the United States now. Fabulous. And you can find out information on secondsaturday.com where it's located in your area.
Fantastic. Such needed advice. Now, before I let you go, Monica, I know that you brought along a listing with you.
I did. My fab property of the day. It is combined. It's 3 condo units in a building called the Cambridge Tower, which is considered one of the more luxurious buildings. It's a mid-century building by a renowned Dallas architect. This unit has been combined to be 3628 square feet, which is very large to be in downtown Austin. It is super ultra chic. The closet belongs in the best boutique ever. I mean, it's got watch winders and mirrored beautiful display cases. It's got beautiful views of UT, the stadium. You can actually hear the UT football games from the unit. It's a corner unit with wraparound deck or patio, I should say, with beautiful views of the Capitol. It's one of those that's very unique. So it's not going to have this apartment feel at all. They put about $700,000 of renovations into this 3-unit, and it's currently listed at $1.95 million, which, considering anything else that's 3,600 square feet plus downtown, that's really great value. And it's a little bit of a quieter building. So you should check it out.
Absolutely. You always bring the best properties with you, so I'm excited to check this out. Ladies, thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And if you have any other questions, reach out to us online, AmericanDreamNetwork.tv, and follow us along on social media. We'll be right back with more of the show.